Okay, sound test again. Phone horizontal. This is for a sound test that I'll be doing. Pretty complicated test later on. When I feel a little bit okay, because I'm feeling a bit under the weather at the moment with a physical anxiety attack. So my blood pressure's a little bit low. So I just got to relax. Okay, so pre-test. I think a smartphone is just maybe just as good as a binaural recording, minus it doesn't have the silicon ears, because I usually use a single silicon ear that I usually place over a Behringer microphone to simulate the extra frequency curve sensitivity boost between a 2 and 4 kilohertz range, which I've shown in some videos. So the only difference there is with the phone thing, even though I'm talking from behind it, slightly to the left of it, is it doesn't have silicon ears. So yeah, there it is. Unless of course I could figure a way to glue or stick or velcro silicon ears to the side of the phone. Now I'm slightly on the right behind anyway, so I'll make some sounds. Now I'll make the same sound, but I'll pan it, sort of thing, across the phone, so it'll go from one side to the middle phantom to the other side. Okay, take a deep breath, pause a sec. Okay, resume. Okay, make a different sound. Trying to get the pitch where it would normally I could get it pitching around about 8 kilohertz, but lips are a little bit dry, you know what I mean. About okay, you have a few of those sounds. Anything else? Of course, when I was making that sound, I noticed when I was moving it, and then the sound then reflecting onto the screen. But initially, this is just a sort of test. I'm going to do a kind of interesting test later. I'll use a clip from a scene from a movie, maybe a very popular type of, so everyone is familiarised with that movie. It would be just a dialogue. It wouldn't have any music playing in it. It may have sound effects in the background, but I'll try to find something that's got some dialogue, and then do some comparison tests in 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 different types of spaces, and I could only use the output HF output on the amplifier. So I'll be using one of my JBL, maybe Control 5 Plus. It's manageable to move it around. I could use a Control 1. That'd be even more manageable for the test. And I'd also use the same speaker in the THX Cinema room and other rooms to give it. Oh, my cats are on the I could barely stand up. My blood pressure's a little bit. I could barely stand up. I could barely walk around. I just gotta wait until this anxiety passes. Oh gosh. So it's kind of, what's the word? Half incapacitated. Yeah. I think my cat Bear got to those Dreamy biscuits before Magic could, because the auto cat feeder. But Bear, he's so aggressive. He really is. Oh gosh, I'm going lightheaded, faint. He's so. Oh, he was. He doesn't like being cuddled, and he makes sometimes this growling sound. It really does sound like something out of The Exorcist. You know, the girl that's possessed by the demonistic entity. He really does have a growling, hissy sound sometimes that's really demonish. Oh dear. And, you know, I could try and hold him and, you know, give him a squish, and, you know, petting him and talking calmly, but he just won't have it. He won't have it. He does not like being picked up. Yeah, looks like Magic didn't get the Dreamy biscuits there. At least there wasn't a fighting going on out there like there was earlier tonight. There was a scruffle between Bear and, yeah, I think it lasted about 30-40 minutes. Intolerable. So yeah, I got a lot of things on my plate to deal with. I've got anxiety problems. I want to do things, and then something, and I've got to delay that. And then I've got my cat Bear agitating Magic. Oh dear, I really did get the wrong cat. I really did. I thought he was going to be beautiful. He looks beautiful. Oh, adorable. But maybe that's why the owners were getting rid of him. Maybe they realised they had a cat that's kind of demonistic, and it didn't fit in with their other cat. You know what I mean? Pet of the week, yeah. Loving cat. Up for adoption, up for buying, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, Pinky. Hey, Pinky. Wow. Ah! Yeah, everyone's seen that vid. Yeah, cat attacks that guy. Cat claws, you know, you got to be really careful with cat. You got to be really, really careful, because a cat can suddenly do a very quick turn, and if they manage to get their claw, you know, it might hit you in the face, hit you in the eye, and that'd be serious, and then, you know, you'd be calling the ambulance. So you got to be very careful, you know, with a cat that doesn't like being picked up. Just try not to pick them up. If it's a cat that doesn't mind, that's fine. It's fine. They like cuddles. They like being a lap cat. But I don't understand. One moment Bear is loving. He licks Magic. He cuddles up next to him, and even though Magic gives it a bit of a growl, I don't want you near me, Bear. You know, because, you did that thing a few hours ago to me. I didn't like that, you know. it's like bears trying to make up and cuddle. It's just like relationships with people. And he likes to make up, but then, next moment, another argument. Just the same with couples. And the yelling and shouting, only it's hissing and the cat claws, the kung fu. It's that sort of thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'll be doing a video later. Probably maybe a few hours. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. Because it's a test that I thought I just want to sort of try this. I hadn't even been on my sort of list of tests sort of thing to do, as well as another test I want to do, which kind of delayed by, which is a little bit more complicated. Measuring the frequency response, pink noise, from through the system's B chain, seeing how that looks out from the DCX onto the REM RTA, and then compare it then onto the THX sound system, because the THX sound system has a preamplifier for the THX crossover cards, and adjusting levels which would be on the processor side, and then thirdly analyzing the amplifier level output and comparing that frequency response, because ideally they should line up. If one's too high, then obviously system's playback level is a little bit too many dB higher than it should be. And I think there's a fifth as well, which would be the speakers measured at a specific distance with the microphone or microphones. So it's that plus I think a sixth, which would be measured at the front listening row and then the second listening row. So that would be 6 and then 7 sort of thing. So pretty complicated. If I could do that all in camera, all at the same time, be using the RTA on the, I could use the REM. Trick is you got to open 2 REMs. You got to open 2 of them, put them side by side on the computer screen. Have one assigned for left channel input and the other channel for right channel input, and then that way I can see a direct signal input versus the room, or versus the speaker output into the room frequency response, and compare them side by side, line them up, line everything up. If I tweak the preamplifier to get the signal leveled, and then make guesstimation, and then sort of like see, well, I can see that frequency response is a little bit humpy here and so forth. Okay, that may be just where the microphone's placed and how it's reacting with the room, move it around a little bit, so forth. Yeah, that sort of complicated sort of task. I don't think many home theatres could even do that test that I've just mentioned, because you need a booth monitor. So you could put signals into, from the amplifier. Otherwise, you stick that into a computer, you blow your computer up. But the classic monitor is the THX. That's what it was designed for. The audience is listening. Know what I mean?